Castillo. And the chairman of Matchroom Sport, Mr. Eddie Hearn. And now we hand things over to your host, Mr. Chris Mannix.
Oh. Thank you, Todd and Sergio. All right, everyone, welcome to the Undercard press conference for Ring 6 here in New York City. We've got an outstanding main event, as you know about, but this undercard is good enough to stand alone on its own. 5 fights, 2 world title fights, the return of one of boxing's most well-known heavyweights, and a former 135-pound champion making his debut at 140. So let's jump right in, and I want to start with the most uniquely dressed man here on the dais, the CEO of Ring Magazine, Rick Rita.
Well, you knew better, Chris, than not to start with Eddie. I got my eyes on you, Eddie.
All right, mate.
I want to thank everyone for coming out. And like Chris said, this is a fantastic undercard from top to bottom. I mean, we have Ziad opening it up. You know, Ziad was on the cusp of fighting on the Canelo Crawford fight week. A few changes had to get made, and now he gets the dream of fighting at Madison Square Garden in New York City. But Castillo is coming to make that dream a nightmare, and it should be a fun scrap to open things up. Then we got the heavyweights. Jarrell Big Baby Miller, he's been itching to get back into the ring. It's been a long time coming. He wants to get right back into the mix for the big fights, the big names, the world titles. But Kingsley is coming to test him. And you know, with the heavyweights, they always say one punch can change an entire fight. And then what might be the sleeper tonight, Carlos Adames defending his WBC middleweight title against Ammo Williams. Both of these guys come to fight. Both of these guys love a good scrap. It could be fireworks from the first bell. You know, don't go for any bathroom breaks during that fight, or any of the fights for that matter. And then we got Bruce Shoo Carrington, who I've been familiar with since he's been 8 years old. Both of us Brooklyn guys. He came up the ranks, and it's almost a fairy tale for any New York fighter to get his first world title fight at Madison Square Garden in New York. But he's got a tough operator in the other corner in Castro, who can fight, who can punch, and Shoo has vowed to be on his A game. He's not overlooking anybody, and it's going to be a very entertaining match. And then we go to the co-feature, the businessman himself, Keyshawn Davis, new year, new weight. He's looking to fast track right to another world title. He's targeting the big names right away. But he's got Jermaine Ortiz in the other corner, and Jermaine is not an easy fight for anybody. You know, Jermaine gave Tio all he could handle. He gave Lomachenko all he could handle. But Keyshawn's vowing to make it easy. He says he doesn't want a decision. He wants to end this in a knockout. Jermaine has a lot to say about that. That's what's going to make it another entertaining match. And I look forward to seeing everybody on Saturday. Back to you, Chris.
Well, thank you, Rick. This event, of course, co-promoted by Matchroom Boxing, which means Matchroom is back here in Madison Square Garden. Eddie Hearn back here in Madison Square Garden. You've had some memories here over the years, Eddie. Some good, some, not so good. But always big events here at MSG. You just heard Rick talking about this outstanding undercard. Which of these fights are you the most excited about?
I mean, it's a good question, Chris. I mean, firstly, you talk about good and bad memories. That's what you want. And that's what you get when you come to, for me, the Mecca of boxing. It should always be drama. It should always be edgy to see stuff. And, I want to say well done to the Ring and Matchroom team for a completely sold out event put on, with the passion and vision of Turki Al-Sheikh. This is something very special. This place is something very special. A lot of fighters get the opportunity to fight in here, in the theatre. And when people say, yeah, I fought at MSG, we know that you only really fought at MSG when you fight in there.
Upstairs,
and,
right.
I see Joel and Sal there as well. A lot of people say to me, dream venue for boxing. It's always Madison Square Garden. And, you know, we're very lucky. This is a sport now where there are so many opportunities for fighters, so much money being injected into the sport, and that should always be a priority for fighters. But let me tell you one thing that should also be a priority.
Smash that like button, man. This is the
dreams,
live looking at the
memories.
press conference.
And all of you guys sitting
Big
up
fight.
here, you know, you can go down
I know the
table.
Crow community is
Miller,
reporting.
my old mate down there.
They just said that it's sold
had a
out.
chance to fight here on June the 1st, 2019. A lot has been said, a lot of water under the bridge, but this is an emotional return for him back to big time boxing at this venue.
Yes, sir.
You know, I look at Carlos Adames, a great world champion, and to my left,
27 in the
Williams,
building.
a guy
Let's
that
get the
turned
lights
professional
going,
in
man.
matchroom boxing, could not
Like
sit
button
here
is
any
free.
prouder of Amo Williams. Everything that he's been through, the ups and downs.
Appreciate
has led
that
him
like,
to the
thank you.
moment where he can win that incredible green and gold belt at Madison Square Garden on Saturday night. And nothing would make me prouder than to see Amo Williams do that. Carlos Castro against Shushu. Shushu, you guys, Keyshawn, Shakur, you're all from the same school, Richardson. How much did it mean to you when you were growing up to win that WBC world title and to do it at Madison Square Garden?
Yeah.
Right?
And it'll mean the world to me. You know, this is a long time coming, so.
Yes. I got the
Thank you. I was
content.
in my flow, but we'll
Got
come
the
back to it in a
content,
minute.
huh?
Okay, my bad. I thought you was asking me in
Okay.
a moment, but I'm excited.
You know, listen, I don't even, Shushu, I don't even represent you, and I'm so excited for you, because I know, and you should always remember
That's
when you walk
official.
through those gym doors, as a kid coming up through USA boxing, what you would have done to have an opportunity like this on Saturday night, right? Keyshawn, you're a great fighter, man. You've been through your ups and downs as well. You come straight back into a fight like this. Crazy fight. This guy can really, really fight. But again, for you, you're the businessman. You're all about
Smash
the big
that like
stage.
button. Y'all 22 in here moonlighting, man.
20,000 at Madison
22
Square Garden on
moonlighting, man.
Saturday
What's
night.
up with that,
And
man?
It's so good to see you smiling again and back. And for our partners at DAZN, I couldn't be even more proud of you. We came to this market 6 years ago. I was sitting down with fighters and we were being ridiculed.
Yeah, I
about
remember. I
fighting
was
on an
there.
app. These people were saying, no, Eddie, streaming's just not going to happen.
I was there.
Now we sit as the global home of boxing. We've got World Championship boxing in Newcastle on Saturday night. Josh Kelly against Mertz Alive, flowing into an unbelievable night for the DAZN subscribers.
Yeah, they did try to front on this
At
zone. I
Madison Square
remember.
Garden. An unrivaled global.
That was the PBC guys,
And
man.
this card on Saturday night is a card that should not
The
be
Jealous
missed. In the main
Crows.
event, you've got two of the
Lie to
sport's
Crows.
greatest talents. Prime v prime, pound for pound v pound for pound. This is what makes this sport great. So on Saturday night, take a deep breath, look around, you guys,
The
embrace the
tats,
moment.
the farmers
You've
to
got
be broke.
opportunities to win world titles.
What
and
does
to
that
one
mean?
day, when hopefully you're sitting in your big
What does
mansion
that mean?
with
Hit the
stacks
like
of money,
button.
you can sit in that TV room with your belts on the wall and go, I did that at Madison Square Garden. And I'm jealous. I want to be you. Right? So enjoy it. Let's all have a great
He said,
night.
I'm jealous.
Tune in live on DAZN for a
The
night
jealous
you will not
crows.
forget.
I'm
Thank you.
jealous. I'm
All right.
jealous.
Appreciate it, Eddie. We're going to hear from all these fighters that are up here on the stage getting ready to go on Saturday. I want to
I'm
start all
jealous.
the way to the end. Zizo Al Mayouth, you have traveled the world, my friend, in your young
Yes,
career.
this is the big
Jeddah,
fight.
Riyadh,
The big fight at the
London,
Garden.
Los Angeles, and now here in the Mecca of boxing in New York City. What's it been like for you getting all these experiences?
You know what? Like Eddie just said, legacy, memories, and dreams. I just want to thank God, alhamdulillah, for the opportunity that I have to fight at the Mecca of boxing.
Smash that like
Madison
button,
Square
man.
Garden. He was talking
Smash
about
that like button, man.
Shushu and Keyshawn and
Shushu
them
and
coming through
Keyshawn.
the USA boxing system and what they would do to dream about Madison Square Garden. Well, how about, Saudi Arabia's first professional boxer who had no ring, no bags for years and years training since I was 11 years old. How about dreaming about Madison Square Garden then and actually getting there? So
Yes.
I just thank God for the opportunity. I got to take this opportunity. Thank you.
Zizo, you've had some ups and downs. You are still undefeated. You had a draw 2 fights earlier. I know you've been in the lab with Buddy McGirt.
Buddy
working on your
McGirt.
game.
Ha
What are you
ha.
trying to show on Saturday
That's
night?
his fighter, man. That's why I asked. I
I'm
said,
gonna show a
yo,
lot.
is he as excited
I'm gonna
to
show,
fight at the Garden?
First of all, the faith put in me by the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman, and His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, for giving me this opportunity to represent the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And of course, His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh for the faith and having my back through thick and thin in the sport of boxing.
That's Buddy McGirt's fighter. Y'all smash that like button.
Saturday night,
Y'all see where Buddy McGirt was at yesterday.
From Saudi Arabia to
Come out the bushes, War Eagle Council, man.
And that doesn't mean
no
that
weirdo
much to me
tendencies,
as it
no
means
jealous
to the
tendencies.
fighters who will come after me, who I'm doing it for, because you know how many Saudi fighters, kids, and Arabs are gonna look up now and be able to dream about MSG, see MSG, and actually feel that they can fight in MSG.
So I
because
asked him
I get to
yesterday.
open that door.
I said, "Yeah,
You
how
know, it's
excited
given
is your
by God
fighter?
and taken by no
The
one, of
fighting
course.
there.
But Saturday night, I'm gonna show a lot. It's been a year out of the ring, but I've been through 3 training camps, like Rick Reno said, and I feel like a superhero, honestly, being at this stage. No, really. Like Gotham has Batman, Metropolis has Superman, and Saudi Arabia has Zizo. So I'm a history maker, and
Saudi Arabia has Zizo.
I love it. I love it. Your opponent on Saturday night, Kevin Castillo, huge opportunity for you, Kevin. You're coming off back-to-back losses, the first 2 losses, though, of your professional career. How are you feeling coming into this fight?
Sí, en primer lugar, Kevin, es una oportunidad enorme
He need
para
a
ti.
translator.
Después
He need a
de
translator,
dos
y'all.
derrotas, pero fueron las 2
He needs a
únicas
translator.
derrotas de tu carrera. ¿Cómo te sientes de la pelea de este sábado?
Bueno, agradecer primero la oportunidad que me están dando para poder mostrar mi trabajo. Llevo muchos años trabajando para poder mostrarme en un escenario así.
He's coming off of
Vengo
2
con muchas
losses.
ganas,
He makes
mucha
the stand
fuerza
and
de
stir.
dejar mi nombre aquí en Madison Square Garden y únicamente pues dar show. Me encanta estar aquí sentado con todos estos grandes deportistas. Me encanta estar enfrente de toda esta gente.
Smash that
y
like
únicamente
button,
estoy
y'all.
esperando el momento para poder mostrar todo el trabajo y todo el sacrificio que llevo haciéndolo durante todos estos años. Y repito, esto es una gran oportunidad
repita la raza.
que no solo va a ser una pelea.
Yeah, he's saying a
quiero
lot,
volver a
right?
quedarme aquí. O sea, esto es una prueba para.
Yeah, but
para
look,
poder
all that he
seguir
said,
mostrando
watch
en
how
grandes
quick the
escenarios,
translator
porque nací para
translates
esto.
all that. Look.
So first and foremost, I want to say thank you for the opportunity, for being here to show what I can do. You know, I've worked for many, many years to be able to be on such a great stage like this, and now to be here at Madison Square Gardens, you know, I'm full of energy and full of willingness to put on a good show at Madison Square Gardens. And I want to say as well that it's amazing to be up here with such great fighters. But I don't want this to just be a unique opportunity and a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
And they got
I want
7,000
to come
people
back
watching this.
and show that I can test myself at this level because I was born for this.
We know what a win would mean for Zizo. What would a win mean for you?
Sabemos lo que significaría.
Yeah, they staying at the Renaissance, y'all. Y'all know that, right? That's the host hotel.
Significaría
For those of
que,
y'all that
que
wanna
todo el
go
trabajo
do some
que
content,
llevo haciendo,
The Renaissance.
va a tener su resultado.
The Renaissance
Y
Hotel
únicamente,
is the
pues,
host
cambiar
hotel.
el destino
where
de
the
mi vida
fighters
y el
are
de mis seres
at.
queridos, de mi familia, porque el camino no ha sido nada fácil y por eso es que voy a pelear con el corazón y con mis puños, porque bueno, todavía no domino muy bien el inglés, pero estoy esperando que,
I
que sea
remember
sábado
the
para poder
days,
hablar
right?
con los puños.
I would have been there.
So it would mean, you know.
Yeah, this
it would be
is what I
fantastic.
used
It
to
would
do.
mean that all the work
Man,
that
I
I
would
put
have
in
been
over the
there.
years is showing the results as
Out
well.
there, waiting to try to get
I
an
feel it
interview.
would also change the destiny
Sitting
of
around,
my life, not just my
waiting
life,
to catch
but
a
also
team
my
member.
loved ones who surround me.
You know,
so I
that
wanna
was
go
the
into
grind.
this
So when I
and
see
give
the
absolutely
dudes
everything I'm
that
gonna
just sit
give my
online,
heart.
they ain't
I
putting
will
in no
let
work,
my fists
I don't
do the talking.
respect
My
it.
English
I
is
laugh.
not
I be
quite
like, yeah, these niggas
there
been in the
yet.
way.
So I'll make sure
For
that I
how
do my talking
long?
with my
That's why you
fists in the
haven't
ring.
hit no
Good luck to both you
gears yet.
guys on Saturday night.
Thank you.
Jarrell Miller. Been a while.
Big
Been a
baby.
while, man. Been out of the ring since 2024, but you're back. You're back here in New York, where you haven't fought in 8 years and never here at
8
Madison
years,
Square
that's a
Garden.
long time.
You're actually
Remember
gonna be
he
on
had
the
the
free-air
AJ
portion
fight,
of this
but he
fight
popped
card. 20
dirty.
minutes, got the DAZN app. Can watch your fight with Kingsley eBay. How are you feeling being back in New York and finally at Madison Square Garden?
The last time I actually fought in this room was 19 years ago.
Damn.
And as an amateur in the Golden Gloves. And, you know, like Eddie said, you know, we had an opportunity back in 2019 and, you know, things happened. And, things were said, but you know, God has plans for me that sometimes I wonder if God has a cruel sense of humor when it comes to me. But I realize He prepared me for a lot of things that I would not have foreseen back then, but I see now that it was making me stronger, understanding the beliefs.
4
that
lights.
I
Let's
have,
get the lights
you
up to
know,
10, y'all.
the friends and family around me, you know, and just having faith, you know, thank God I'm not a person that really parties. I don't drink.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
tearing
smoke,
them up in
and
the
I've kept my
comments.
body and mind
Drug
pretty damn
cheat.
sharp. And coming home to fight in front of my fans and my people, man, means so much to me. Like, I mean, I
He's
beat
just gonna
myself
try to maul this
every
guy.
day
That's Big
since
Baby.
2019. But it's an opportunity to, you know, not only fight and show the fans, but also show myself and my family, and as well, you know, prove to Eddie that, you know, I'm still with him. You know, I'm still with Matchroom because I still owe it to them because they moved me in such a way back then that it was cool.
Yeah, he was
you know,
he
and
was
I
a
say all the
Matchroom
time,
fighter.
you know, I've been in the sport of boxing for a while, from kickboxing, and a lot of promoters talk a good game, but they don't show a good game. You know, they come in front of the cameras and want to promote fights, but behind closed doors, they're really shitty people. And dealing with Matchroom and dealing with Eddie over the years, man, they've shown me, besides the upsets that we had, they showed me nothing but respect, man. And they fought really hard to get me on this card, along with, you know, my manager Spencer Brown, Everett, and it's been a lot of hard work, man. So come Saturday night, man, I'm coming to make Kingsley's head roll. He has no idea.
So he's
man,
gonna
what's
maul
coming
him.
for him. But,
He's
like
a
I said,
mauler.
Norman fighting, man, it's amazing.
He's a mauler. He's gonna
the
be
first
well
time,
over
you know, I
300
pre-taped out.
pounds.
2 of them is gonna be
Smash
the
that
first time
like
they see
button,
me
yeah.
fight live. It's gonna be amazing, man. It's beautiful. I'm hungry. I'm fired up, man. You know, I can actually see my abs coming out again, so you already know what that means. I'm coming to whoop some ass. Let's go, Uncle Shannon Cannon, baby. Let's go, Brooklyn. We here.
Shannon Briggs is in
We
the
know,
building.
Jarrell, we know you come to Rumble every single time. That's a man with a lot of power, a lot of knockouts on his resume. Do you think he's got anything for you?
You understand something, man. I've traveled all over the world for fighting, from K1, Glory. I done got kicked upside the head and never went down. I fought Daniel Dubois, couldn't stop me. You know what I mean? So, am I afraid of him? Hell no, I ain't afraid of nobody. But do I understand the risk? Of course. This is heavyweight division, man. And one punch can change everything. So yes, I understand what's in front of me.
Absolutely. 15 in the building. Hit that like button, man. Look, I'm not at my crib, man. I know if I was at the crib,
I show up every
chilling.
fight. Imagine being
I had a whole bunch of other niggas on the panel. The likes would have been through the roof.
I'm gonna show up again.
Hit the like button. Likes is free,
and let me
man.
tell you something. I'm from Brooklyn, man. So grew up in Queens too. So nigga, I'm coming to fight, man. That's it. We knocking heads off. You know, you see Uncle Cannon over here. If anybody know me, that really knows me and seen me in the gym growing up through taking the hard try. Shannon never had it easy in the heavyweight division. Shannon never had it easy in life. And we come from the same cloth. So I'm telling you right now, if he know me, you know I'm coming to kill something. Let's go.
All right. Kingsley eBay.
Yeah, Shannon.
Hell of a
Yeah,
journey,
somebody's
man.
gonna drop
Nigeria
that
to the
content.
US,
Shannon
been a
Briggs
soccer
is in there
player,
wilding.
a college football player, a professional football player, a life
Shannon
insurance
Briggs
salesman,
is in there wilding.
and a bouncer.
He said he's getting
And now
knocked
here you
out.
are, maybe a win away from getting a big fight in the heavyweight division. How confident are you coming into this fight that you can beat Jarrell Miller?
First, I was, say very thankful to God for ever making this opportunity happen.
Yeah, he's gonna get
Not
mauled.
by my strength.
Yeah,
But,
if Big Baby's still Big Baby, he's mauling him. This dude right here.
It's just a matter of time. Not a very
We was on that card in the bubble. Yo,
Saturday,
Big
but
Baby
I'm
Jerry
here to show
Anderson
what's
popped his
possible.
top
Like you
off.
just said, not a boxer, didn't even grow up boxing, and thanks to Eddie Matchroom, people putting this together. But
Yo, Big Baby is gonna maul him like a bear. If he's still Big Baby at all, on some juggernaut that mauls dudes, he's gonna maul this
Come
dude.
Saturday night, it's really going to be an interesting one.
That's a big man in Jarrell Miller.
He
He throws
is.
a lot of punches every time he gets in the ring. What's the key for you to beating him?
You see Saturday.
All right. Good luck to you and Jarrell on fight night. Carlos Adames, WBC middleweight champion. Last time we saw you, some bad luck with the judges in Saudi
Yeah, that was
Arabia
crazy.
against Hamza Shiraz.
That was
That draw, though, aged
ugh.
pretty well. Hamza looked great in his first fight at 168. You're still a world champion. How are you feeling going into this fight?
Sí, Carlos, en primer lugar, bienvenido.
Yeah, this is
Vamos a hablar
interpreter,
de
y'all.
tu última pelea que tuviste, que obviamente tuviste ese
Interpreter.
empate con Hamza Sheeraz, pero después con el tiempo parece ser un resultado mejor sabiendo lo bueno que ha hecho subiendo.
9 in the building, 5 lights. Come on, man, we gotta do better with these lights,
Al
y'all.
final pudiste
Run the
retener el
lights
título
up.
esa noche y sigues como campeón
This
del
is a
mundo.
live looking
¿Cómo
or
te sientes ahora
listening
mismo
to the
de
press
cara a
conference.
esta
This is
pelea?
like the radio.
Muy buenas noches, gracias a todos por venir. Me siento muy bien.
This is like the
fue un
radio,
resultado
y'all.
mediocre, fue un resultado que no merecía ser esa
Alan,
noche.
what up?
Lamentablemente me dieron ese resultado. Todo el mundo sabe que no fue un empate. Lo vencí en su propia tierra, en su propia casa. Y esta noche, el sábado también voy a hacer lo mismo. Es mi trabajo y es lo que sé hacer.
I'm probably gonna end up
Hi
ending
to
the
everybody
live.
that's come.
I want to
First,
stay
I just
on
want
for
to say,
shoo, man.
obviously, it wasn't the result. I wasn't fortunate to get the decision on that occasion over in Saudi Arabia, but I think we all know what the result was there. You know, I went over there and beat him on what I would describe as home ground there. And in terms of Saturday, I'll just be doing what I always do, just going in there and getting my work done.
Yeah, that's weird. They talked to him first. He's the
What kind of fight
champion.
are you expecting
They're
from Ammo
supposed to
on
talk to
Saturday?
Ammo
Sabemos
first,
que
man.
Amo está en buena racha. ¿Qué esperas de él este sábado?
Bueno, la buena racha de él pasa que no llegaban de mí todavía. Cuando llegan de mí, de una vez se acaba la buena racha. Esperemos que este sábado brinda un buen espectáculo y una buena pelea para todo el público.
The thing is, he's been on a good run up to now is because he hasn't faced me when people are on good runs. I tend to make sure those runs
He's
are over
talking
once they face
spicy.
me. I hope
Yeah,
he's there
he's
to put on a
talking
good show
spicy.
for all the fans on Saturday night.
I like it.
All right, appreciate it, Carlos. Well, Ammo,
Yeah,
what do you
I
think about
like it.
You've been through some highs and lows over the
Oh,
last
man.
few years.
I like it.
Great opportunity, though, for you to
They
fight for a
fight on
middleweight title.
Ammo, man.
He's looking for someone that's going to bring a fight. Is that what you're going to bring?
Yeah, first I want to just, I've never done this before, but I just want to take the time, say, dear God, thank you. Thank you for bringing me to this point. Thank you for my guy, Eddie Hearn. Thank you for Riyadh season. Thank you for my family. Thank you for my wife. Thank you for my parents. Thank you for my dog. Thank you for just allowing me to get through everything I've been through to get to this point, because it has not been easy. So
Yeah, yo,
Jesus,
Ammo Williams be going
thank
through
you for
a
saving
lot
my life.
of
Thank you for everything
mental
you've
depressions
done.
and
I love
breakdowns.
you with all my heart. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Now I get to what you say.
I was going to say, how confident are you coming into this fight?
I'm beyond confident. I'm a showman. I came into this sport to be the greatest performing artist to ever exist. Eddie knows that. That's why he consistently gets me these amazing opportunities. And me and Kevin Cunningham, my coach, who I'm so thankful
He's with
for,
Kevin Cunningham,
we've achieved
okay.
the vision I've had in my mind's eye about the fighter I wanted to be. You know, it's no longer a contemplation or that split second of I have to feel like I have to accomplish or do this thing in my head. It's totally in me. It's instinctual. So I'm just ready to give y'all the greatest performance y'all have ever seen. I'm pulling the cap off of this boxing. I'm bringing it back to the old school. Y'all gonna see a next level pace. Y'all gonna see just something that transcends the normalities of being a human being. Y'all gonna see something that, you know, is special, super.
Said next level pace. This is the kind of fight that you think is going to be all action from the opening bell?
Absolutely. It's pace, it's rhythm, it's flow, it's dance, it's understanding of the body, it's technical, it's machinery. I'm called the mechanic. Y'all know that. You know, I've came into this sport with an idea to be the most cerebral fighter that exists. You know, we started late, 19 years old. Eddie believed in me. 10 years later, 29, I'm fighting for my first world championship.
Yeah.
Everything is aligned. It's my night to set the world on fire. Y'all gonna see. Like I said in my first press conference with Eddie Hearn, I'm here to change the world. I'm bringing back a new era of boxing. I'm about to show, you know, what it's like to be a true, real fighter with the grit. It's in my heart, it's in my soul. It's 100% my genetic makeup. I've been a fighter my whole life. I just didn't get to start training until 19. But I've been a fighter my whole life, and I'm excited to put that on show for you guys.
All right. Good luck to Ammo, Carlos. Same. Shushu Carrington, Brownsville's own, dressed like a true New Yorker, as always. We were talking about this early in the week. Of all the great fighters who have come out of Brownsville, no fighter has ever won a title in the big room here at MSG. How do you feel about your chances to do that?
Well, first and foremost, I want to say what's up to the crowd. New York City, what up?
Shushu got Brownsville in there, y'all.
True, you know, to all the fans that's been watching me, you know, since the start of my pro career, you know, I know they've been waiting for this, but all my fans back in Brownsville that's been supporting me since I was 7, 8 years old, since I started boxing. This is a long time coming. And for me to be a part of that list of, you know, Brownsville champions alone is like, you know, I got nothing but pride and nothing but Brownsville on my back. And that don't mean the world to me, just that, but being the first to win the world title in the big room.
That's
right
history.
There, yeah, you hear Shannon Briggs, you know what I'm saying, one of the Brownsville champs. It's crazy. And, you know, I just really have just been locked in.
The city gonna be in there
moment,
for sure.
You know what I mean? And I feel like I have to seize the moment. I've been doing a lot of prayer. I've been working so hard. I've been doing so much to make sure I'm not overly trained, but overly prepared for the situation, for this moment. And I cannot wait till this weekend. And I will put on a crowd-pleasing performance. You guys are not going to want to miss the Shushu show because you never know.
That's a great fighter you got across from there, and Carlos Castro gave Stephen Fulton all he could handle about 18 months ago. What kind of fight are you expecting on Saturday?
Man, I expect the best of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest, like, I was offered, like, you know, different guys with lesser names, and, you know, I would say, like, you know, lesser opposition, you know, but I'm like, nah, like, I want to fight Carlos Castro. I want to risk. I want to be great. And in order to be great, you have to risk. You have to dare to be great and you know, fight a guy that's as dangerous as him, you know? And I feel like with this moment right here, this is kind of the things that brings the best out of Bruce Shushu Carrington. So with this,
Shushu's going for glory. For glory.
World order.
Smash that like button for
Take over
Shushu.
the world with this. And what Denzel say on training day? Shoe program, baby. It's shoe program. And we about to take over the whole world of boxing. And we are starting that this weekend, Saturday, January 31st. Make sure, y'all can't buy no tickets no more. This joint is sold out. So y'all gonna have to watch it live.
It's sold out, damn. What were they talking about in the Crow section, man? The Crow section gonna switch up the narrative and say that they bought all the tickets.
Fight back in 2024.
They're gonna say that they bought all the tickets.
How confident are you coming into this fight?
The Crow boxing section of the All Out is disgusting, man.
I proved myself, you know, I proved that I'm here to take down the best, you know, and Carrington's one of the best, you know, ranked, what, #1? One of the best fighters out there, you know, so I prove I'm here to take any challenge, you know. I'm not scared, I'm not ashamed, I'm not.
He's a fighter, fact.
Going away from any challenge, you know. Bruce Carrington's in my way, you know, and
there you go, I like that. I like that talk, he's in your way.
He's gonna realize that there's levels, you know what I mean? And
let's go. Oh, I like the talk.
Dream come true. This is something.
I like the talk. He said there's levels. See, that man knows he's fighting for a world title too.
Running around, you know, without any curfew. Look, mama, I'm here.
You're fighting a New Yorker here in New York City. Does that mean you got to bring a little bit of extra on fight night?
No, because I'm fighting him. I'm not fighting New York. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's two fighters up there. We both sweat.
Yeah, he got the right mentality.
Go in there and fight the best. You know, like
two men at the one man league. Well, you fighting him.
I'm here to give him my all.
That's a fact. Good luck
to both you guys on Saturday night. Jermaine.
Here comes the circus.
Ortiz right alongside him. Jermaine, you knew you were going to fight somebody here on January 31st. It didn't seem to matter to you.
Here comes the circus
on this card. You're fighting Keyshawn Davis, 140 pounds. How are you feeling going into this fight?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm excited to be here.
He got on the dog shades too. Yeah, he's ready to hit the scales, man. These guys really look weight drained,
like you said,
depleted.
You know, graduating to the big room. It's a sold out crowd, so I'm gonna show everybody what I'm made of, and I'm gonna get over this hump and take somebody's all away that night.
You got 2 losses on your resume, but then
he said he's taking the O, man. He said he's an O taker. Okay.
And Teofimo Lopez. How much did you learn from those losses, and what do you take from them?
He's an O taker, y'all.
I learned a lot, you know, and what I learned that I'm not gonna leave it to the judges, you know. So I don't expect it to go to the scorecards.
Damn. Okay.
What do you have to do?
He said it's not going to the scorecard.
What do you have to do to win this fight?
I'm gonna take out all the tools that I got in my tool bag and you know, show y'all there's levels to this, and I could do anything I want to do.
Look, Jermaine. Keyshawn, I think he heard you laughing. He doesn't want to leave it to the judges. You don't want to leave it to the judges.
Exactly.
How do you think this fight's going to play out?
First off, I want to thank my God, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for bringing me back here, like Eddie Hearns, with a smile on my face. You know, I'm happy. I'm so happy. I'm excited. And hey, I don't want to leave it in the judges' hands either, sir. So let's do it. Let's fight. I like fighting. Let's do it, bro.
You've had a lot happen over the last few months. You come back with a new trainer, new team, new weight at 140 pounds. You've promised a new beginning for you in this new weight class. What's going to be different about you on Saturday night?
Y'all gonna have to see. Y'all gonna have to see Saturday night. The amazing Keyshawn Davis, he back.
You've had a lot of great moments here in New York City, here at Madison Square Garden.
Won
Won
a
your first
title in
world
the
title
Hula Theater.
here at the Garden. What is it
That was
about this
last
city
February.
and this building that seems to bring the best out of you?
Man, it's crazy because when I came back from the Olympics, my first fight back from the Olympics was in the Mecca in MSG. And then I also got another chance to fight in the Mecca in the MSG, but I never thought here was a sold out crowd. Like, that's crazy. It's definitely gonna be one of probably the biggest event I was ever a part of. So I appreciate Turkey Alashiki for putting me on this card. I appreciate Jay Prince for making it happen. You know, and my team, you know, my mother, my brothers, Kelvin and Keon Davis, for helping me just get back in the gym so I could be able to fight on this card right here on this platform. It's amazing, man.
All right, incredible undercard. A co-main event and the co-main that could stand alone on its own. 5 fights, 2 world titles, fantastic setup for the Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson showdown
Yes,
at
this
the
is
top.
the undercard.
We're gonna face these two guys
Now
off.
the main
Change
event
chairs
guys
up a
are gonna
little bit,
come on.
back with the main event press conference.
Yes, the main event will be next, y'all. But yo, shout out to everybody that listen to that play-by-play. You know, it's cool when they do it, right? It's cool when those guys do it. You know, I just try to give it to y'all too, man. You know, next time try to hit the likes more than 7, man. But I appreciate the 7, man. I appreciate the 7, man. This is the Source Experience. You know, you do have options.